Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am Crispy and today we are back at the airport starting a brand new island and starting a brand new challenge. Of course, I love challenges in Animal Crossing, and Crossing Maniac has come out with a few recently that I want to participate in. So one is the Frosty Nights challenge, where you can do a winter island, a Christmas island, or a Valentine's island, or you can mix it up and do like a combination of both, or all. And another challenge that she came up with was the ramen challenge, where you can make and design a food themed island. And so there's specific villagers for the ramen challenge. You need food themed villagers, and you can go sweet or savory or a combination of both. So I think I am going to combine these two challenges together and do a Valentine's food themed island. So here we are, starting it at the airport. And I'm very excited. I've been putting out polls for my members to help me decide the island name, the color scheme, the villagers, all of the things. I put out a mood board for them, and so I am very excited. I wasn't sure if I was going to combine the challenges or not, but I think I can do it. There's 4 different builds that you need for each of the challenges, and I'll get into those later. But first thing we need to do is find a map. And I would love to have a yellow or green airport, I think, because I really don't want orange. I think orange is great for a fall island, but not for more of a pastel kind of color scheme. So I think I'm gonna look for green or yellow. I think that will match the best, since we don't have too many options. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna use blue or not, but I might consider a blue airport. We'll see. We'll see what the map is, how long it takes us, and who our starters are. Let's see, I usually do this hair. I usually go brownish red, and then I like these eyes. And of course, I love green because it's my favorite. My eyes in real life are hazel, but that's okay. We can pretend. I like a little bit of blush. There we go. That is the starting me. So I do have maps that I love. We'll see if we can find one of them. And I definitely want to stay in the northern hemisphere. I set the date to spring, so hopefully we'll be past Bunny Day. I did look up the dates to make sure, because I definitely don't want to be in Bunny Day. Definitely don't want to deal with Zipper. That's a big nope. But I have never done a food-themed island before, and so I'm very excited. And I am not a big fan of any of these maps. I do like the angled airport, angled entrance. So I like for the airport and the resident services to be off-centered. I'm not a big fan of double south, but I guess if we terraform, it's not that big of a deal. That has a really tiny peninsula. It is a little bit further than this one though. But the peninsula is a little bit bigger on this one. So what do I do? That one is even, gosh, that's closer. Has a huge peninsula, but look how close resident services is. So I guess I would pick one of these two. Let's go look at this one. Why not? Has the heart pond in the back. Cato's map, I think they call this one. I tried this one before and it wasn't good, so we'll see. We'll see what our starting colors are and villagers. Alright, so we have oranges. Not my favorite, but I can always change that. That's okay. I love the green grass. And it's orange. Oh my gosh. It's orange, but it's Frida. I'm not doing the savory part of the ramen challenge. So if I was, Frida would be absolutely perfect. But yeah, I don't think I want an orange airport. I rarely get Frida as a starter, but that is funny that we got her on the very first roll. And an orange airport with oranges. Can I even see the flowers? Okay, they're roses. I get roses, mums, or pansies usually, and very rarely, or mums. Did I say mums? Mums, roses, pansies. Yeah. Very rarely I'll get cosmos, but I don't know if I want to keep this one because I don't want an orange airport. And let's see how close this is. I mean, it's a good distance from resident services, but and I love Teddy. This is hard. This is so hard. I did not expect to get anyone on theme, but I think I'm gonna re-roll. You know, I really want a yellow or green airport for this, so I'll be back. Alright, so here we are at the next set of maps, and I think I'm gonna go with this one. The peninsula is a decent size, and so if I decide to do a build on it, I will have room. There is an angled entrance, which I love. I think I had this map on my Halloween island last year, maybe? So I think we're gonna go look at it. Alright, so this time we have peaches, which is really cute. I like peaches. Oh man, it's orange again. I don't know, but I just feel like orange might be a very common airport color to get, and I wouldn't mind if it was like a fall island. I wasn't trying to go into the let's just get back on the plane and fly back to no, I was trying to turn around, but failing at it. Okay, so we have roses again, peaches. I would have kept the last island, but I don't want an orange airport. Hopefully it won't take too many rerolls to get, you know, a yellow or green. I feel like I get green the least amount, but I absolutely love green because green's my favorite color. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next set of maps. Alright, I am not a huge fan of any of these, but I think I'm gonna try this one. I know that resident services is really far away on this one, but I don't know. I don't particularly like resident services to be that close to the beach. It might be hard to do a build around it, so I think we're gonna try this one. Even though the peninsula is tiny, we'll just go see it and see, you know, what it looks like, and we may have to re-roll again. Ooh, we have apples. I love apples. I think they're my favorite fruit in the game. So, fingers crossed for a good airport color, please. Oh my gosh. What is happening? What are the odds of getting Frida and Teddy again? The exact same starters, the exact same airport color. Oh my goodness. What is with the orange Animal Crossing? What is with the orange? I even have the pineapple shirt. Look at this. Supposedly it is lucky, but I'm not getting lucky with airport colors. What is the fruit? I think it's gonna be another reroll, guys. I am sorry. Oh no, it's Cosmos. That's Cosmos. Oh, sadness and despair. Why can't it be a different color? I love Cosmos. Wow. What do the beaches look like? This is kind of a small looking beach. Sometimes it's hard for me to really be able to, you know, tell whether the beaches are big, but these look small. So maybe it's not such a bad thing that, you know, it's a small, the airport color is different and it's a small peninsula, small beaches. Okay. I'll see you on the next set of maps. All right, we are on the next set of maps and I found this one and I really, really like it. I love how resident services is kind of central. It looks a lot like my Forever Island, except the river's not as straight, but we are going to be terraforming. So I am just crossing all my fingers and toes and hoping for a different color. If it is anything but orange, then I'm well, and it depends on the starters too, I must say. I cannot deal with really, really, really awful starters, but hopefully I'm crossing my fingers and toes. Alright, we have apples again, which is really cute. I love apples. Please be a good airport color. Please, 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 please. I know it doesn't matter to some people, but it really, really, really matters to me. So please don't judge me. It's yellow! Yay! See, it does really pay off sometimes when you hold out for a good map. I wasn't the biggest fan of some of those maps. I just went, you know, to them just to see, and so I hope nobody gets triggered by me being picky about my airport color. I just really like to match my islands, and we have roses, which is fine. I don't even know if I'll use roses on this island, but I'm so happy we got yellow. I really wanted some pastel colors, so hopefully the beaches are decent size, but that is not a deal breaker. I can't really tell. I know they're not huge, but maybe they'll be fine. I like to put houses on the beach, so yeah, they may not be the biggest, but we're gonna work with it. We're gonna go with this island. If I can find resident services. I got lost. I don't have my phone yet, so I don't really remember which direction I'm going. Wow. This pond is very interesting shaped as well. Look at that. I don't think I've ever had this map. I don't know. Maybe I have, but these are cuties. For starters, I love it. Okay, let's go. Let's do this, Tom. Ursula and Dom. They won't be staying, sadly, because they are not food themed, but they are really, really cute. I actually don't have any sisterlies or jocks on my dreamy list for this island anyway, so it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay that we have to let them go, but they are some of the cutest starters in my opinion. I wasn't a huge Ursula fan, but I don't know. I had her on my jungle island, and I just really came to really like her. I think she's cute. Alright, so hopefully the beaches are big enough for us to all put our tents on the beach, because I like to have them out of the way so that when I start to decorate, I don't have to move them all. I hate having to move houses and buildings like multiple times. You know, it's just annoying. Will my tent fit here? That's the question. Of course not. This game is so picky, I swear. Let's try to get closer to the river mouth then. Okay. I could also scoot it over and back, maybe. Is this fine? Yes. Good. Alright. 1 down and 2 to go. I'm so sorry that it took a few re-rolls for us to find a map, but I'm so glad that I held out. Because I just prefer yellow or green to, you know, a pastel island color scheme, which I think this island is going to be. I had a yellow airport on my last pastel island, which was called Fableton. It was a members only island that I did. I put a tour out though for everyone, and it was like nursery rhyme and fairy tale inspired, and I really love how that island came out. But I had a yellow airport on that island, and it worked out really well. So I'm glad we got yellow. Anything but orange was good for me. I think orange might be my least favorite just because it's just really dark and bright. I think if it was more pastel color, then I'd like it better, you know? But I know that I am picky with airport colors, so I'm so sorry if that bothers you. It doesn't matter who goes next to me. I'm fine with either. I'm just gonna try to get them as close as possible. I know you can't put them right on top of each other, but it would be nice if they were fairly close. Good. Alright, so now it is time to get our tree branches and fruit. I don't even know if I will use a lot of fruit on this island, like fruit trees, but if I was going to. Okay, fine. You're the one that has to tell me to go and get tree branches. I'm sorry. I've done this so many times, Tom. I already know that I have to go and pick them up, okay? But yes, if I do use fruit, then I think apples would be something that I would use. I don't know. I do have to have some food related builds, and I will have to have some Valentine related builds. I'll go over that more when it comes time to start building, but I just wanted to get the island started, start looking for our villagers, and so I'm really super excited about it. Let's get some fruit while we are gathering stuff, because he is going to ask for that, and then I don't have to go searching for more stuff. And while I see tree branches, I should just grab those as well, because we'll have to make a fishing pole for the DIY workshop from Tom. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab stuff while I see it on the way back to the plaza. Alright, Tom, I got your stuff. I got the tree branches, I got the fruit. I am ready to go. And like I said, I did already come up with an island name because my members voted on it, so I'll have to make sure I spell it right. Yes, I got the apples too. And it is that time, I think. Light the bonfire. Alright, let's see if I can spell this correctly. We're gonna go with Neapolitan. So that is the name that won the poll, or is winning the poll as of now. So hopefully it continues to win from my members. I think it's really cute. and it has pink and brown and white. So we're just going to go with some pink, brown, white, and maybe like some other pastel colors for the color scheme. And I think it's going to be really cute. I found some codes on Pinterest. Narrowing them down is going to be the hard part. So there is that. But I am so excited about this island. So excited. Neapolitan. Yay. It's so cute that our starters are actually Neapolitan colors as well. Aw, so cute. The new island vibes are just everything. I love this game so much. And I'm so glad that we got good starters and a yellow airport. It just gives me such a nostalgic feeling. I love it. Yay! Alright, let's get our cot from Tom and go and take a little nap so that we can save this island. And hopefully it will not be camo, because I'm not a fan of the camo cot. But to be honest, I never decorate with cots, so I usually just leave them in storage or throw them away, sell them, whatever. So I am not too worried about it. Alright, let's see. We have, is that red? It's hard to tell, but I think it's red. And we have a little blue lantern, which is cute. And a red cot. Okay. I like that. Alright, so Tom finally stopped talking. And yay! We can start earning our Nook miles so that we can pay off our tent, which I'll probably do mostly off camera. I don't think anybody hasn't seen that before. But one thing I do need to do is write on my board. And I also need to make sure, yes, that I have enough like tree branches to do the workshop. I also like to have enough to make a net and a fishing pole, just because then whatever I see first, you know, a fish or bugs, there's plenty of bugs in the spring. So I'll be able to get those 5 critters for Tom so that we can get blathers. I just need one more. I don't think it matters if I shake a tree, but if there's one laying on the ground, then I will grab it. So I guess I'll just try to get one from here. I need to write on my board though, because there is a requirement, a rule to write on your board for these challenges. So I think I can erase this one now. And I guess I'll keep this one so I can see the date of what my switch was set on when I started it. So I'll just create a new one. The first thing I need to write is for the Frosty Nights challenge, probably. So the first thing that we're going to write is getting frostier with the crew. That is for the Frosty Nights challenge. And I am doing the Valentine's version of that, so I want to make sure that I use that. And then I'm just going to write underneath it the next one, because I don't think I have to write a brand new post. So for the ramen challenge, we would need to write order up crew. There we go. So that that's for the requirements for both challenges, the Frosty Nights challenge and the ramen challenge. So there we go. And I get miles for writing on the bulletin board, which is awesome. Alright, so before I do anything else, I'm going to go in and take the workshop so that I can start catching the bugs and fish for the Nook Miles. So once I am finished with that, I will be back. Alright, so I made my tools, and while I catch a few critters, I am just going to go over the list of builds that we need to do for the requirements, and hopefully I can remember them off the top of my head, because I'm not going to be able to catch bugs and read at the same time. But I know for the Frosty Nights challenge we're gonna need a couples dance, so I'm hoping that, you know, we can do some like refreshments for that, and we can you know, incorporate that into the food theme. We also need an outdoor movie area and a romantic picnic and a florist / Valentine shop. So I think we should be able to incorporate those into the food theme with, you know, relatively easy. I don't know how easy it's gonna be, but I think we can incorporate that into the food theme. And so I think that's gonna be okay. We can put refreshments with an outdoor movie theater. Picnics, of course, have food, so that's not a big deal. And then so we're required to have those 4 builds for the Frosty Nights challenge. And then for the ramen challenge, which is the food themed island challenge, what we need to build is an ice cream shop, a candy store, a bakery, and a cookie forest. So I did find a really cute cookie pattern that I cannot wait to grab. Ooh, another bug. Bugs are easier because of the delay with the fishing. I'd rather catch bugs, but we need 2 more. So I also did talk to Stacy about the island rep homes, because we are required to decorate our homes according to which challenge you pick. So she did tell me that we could pick either one. Wow, I did not even hear that. And I managed to catch it, but it didn't even matter because it was a rock. Ugh. Another reason why I don't like fishing, but I don't know that there's more bugs around, so... Oh, that one bit on the very first try. So I'll probably just choose to decorate my house with whichever challenge I think fits better. I think the ice cream shop for the ramen challenge would be a good idea, though, for an interior. Did I say ice cream or coffee? I meant coffee. You can do like a coffee shop for your player house for the ramen challenge, and so I might choose that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we got our 5 critters. Yay! So I'm going to go and give this to Tom, do a custom design, finish paying off my loan, and then I'll bring my helper in to finish off this video and this island start and show him where we got to today. And we are back, and I have my helper here.
Hello.
You want to see my map?
Yes.
Okay, it took a few tries. I was able to finally get a yellow airport, and we got Dom and Ursula. They're
Dom's
so
one of my favorites.
I got
Dom's amazing.
Yes, I love Dom. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to stay. But I do really love the map.
He would give like kind of like a cotton candy villager.
Yeah, he could, I guess.
Yeah.
Cotton candy vibes. But,
yeah.
But we already have a list. So I know.
Sad times.
But we have a big peninsula in the back, and I really like the map. It's kind of like my Forever Island a little bit.
Yeah.
But this is Neapolitan. And we got apples for our fruit. Isn't that cool?
I mean, they're apples, I guess, but
I haven't
yeah.
made a slingshot yet. Bye, balloon. But look at the chunky boy. He's so cute.
Oh my gosh, I love Dom. He was one of my starters.
His horns do look like candy canes. They do.
Yeah.
Like little peppermints. Not candy canes, but peppermints.
Yeah, like peppermints and cotton candy.
Yep. So, I guess he could work, but
Or
anyways.
maybe like whipped cream, but whatever.
Oh, he does.
Yes.
He could totally work.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about keeping him, but I think we should probably end the video.
Okay. Shall we say bye?
Yes.
Bye. Make sure to like and subscribe.
Look at him. He's such a king. Look at him. Okay, I have no reactions. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.